Hello and welcome back to Power and Revolution 2023 USA playthrough. How you doing, everybody? Eric MM Twins 20 here. We are on episode 12. Last episode, we reestablished our playthrough. We got going on putting eyes on certain members of the Republican Party. Off camera, I added some more people to the watch list. Basically, some governors I missed. Alaska, Arkansas, both North and South Dakota. Just governors that in recent years have kind of raised a stink. So just keeping an eye on them, but mostly the big hitters. Alaska, or not Alaska, Texas and Florida mostly, as well as Donald Trump and Mitch McCollum. I got an eye on those guys. I also went ahead and opened up foreign exchange program with other countries. On camera, I did a few. Off camera, I went back in and I added some more. So I got a whole bunch of active ones. So Australia was one of them. I added Japan. The Scandinavian countries, Norway, Finland, Sweden, I added them. Spain I didn't add them in the last episode, I added them. Belgium, some countries that make sense that would probably come here and learn. Their students come to learn, and we would send some of ours there. So I added that. Last episode, we implemented a couple new laws that are going to be voted on. The authorization for referendum usage. At first it was going to be against, but now with some of the moves I've done in the last couple days, it's more in our. It looks like it's slowly getting better, so it's going to pass now, just by a slim margin. But that's a good thing. Obviously, the Republicans hate that idea, giving the people the power, but it's going to happen. I got a legislation to determine on prostitution. We're going to make it legal, which I believe is going to pass by, 60%. So that's good. Corporal punishment on children is going to pass. That's on the Women and Children's Rights Acts bill. Contraception. This one is going to pass. This one's basically we're promoting it better. Republicans are hating it. Democrats are for it. And then the criminalization of street harassment. This one's unanimous, pretty much. This one's the one that's, I believe, on the Women's and Children's Rights Act bill. So those are going to go, and they're going to be voted on here in the next few days here. It's January 6th. So these are going to start knocking off on the 12th for this one, contraceptive bill. The big one's going to happen on the national level, the referendum. Legislation on prostitution is going to go off on the 16th. Corporal punishment on the 21st. And then the rest of these are going to come off right away. One of them that I do want to work on next is the legalizing cannabis, but that one's going to be a little taller tale, I believe. I'm just going to keep my eye open on that. Possession and consumption legal. I just want to keep an eye on that. If there's any chance of it passing, we're going to do it. I might have to tack this onto something else. Right now, even the people aren't for it, so if a referendum came to fruition, it wouldn't work. 55% of Democrats are against it. 51 of Republicans are against it, that's in the Senate. 55, 51. But if I can do something, create a reform and something that's really unanimous, that's good, I can tag it to something else, then we can get that pass, because in honesty, if we can get that passed, which it should be legal across the board, and we can tax the crap out of it, it's going to help us make a lot of money, and we can use that towards paying some bills on other things and just regulating. So that's kind of where I'm headed as far as that. How we're going to do that, that's going to be an interesting one. Regulate physician-assisted suicides. Let's see what people think of that. I mean, we show compassion with our pets when they're dying, but yeah, people are for it, but the Congress is really against that. So we're not going to do anything on that. We're going to just leave that alone. Most of this has already been worked on. Immigration's another big one we need to work on. So we're going to check on this one. Construction of separate walls on land borders. We're not going to worry about that one. Entry to territory refused. We're going to do that with certain countries. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and do it right now. Oh, no. We don't want to do that. Ban on leaving territory. No, we don't want to do that. Immigration policy. Here we go. Very selective and very controlled with quotas. We'll go ahead and leave that alone for now. Establish aid repatriate immigrants. Carry out a massive regularization operation for illegal immigrants. We will do that. Begin exemplar operation for mass deportation. This is going to hurt me a little bit, but policy on issuing visas. So I can determine which country. Well, I know one country that's not. Okay, they're not in here. Oh, they're long-term visas. So North Korea. Tightly controlled. Family unification. Currently unification conditional. Duration of residence in the country. Minimum resources guaranteed. Housing. Minimum age for unification. I'm going to wait on that one. This solely is recognized. I'm going to wait on that one. Naturalization regulations. I'm going to leave this alone. We're not going to get like ICE involved or anything like that. Determine regulation. Yeah, we got a lot. I got a lot to go through here. I need to read on my own off camera. Policies. Another one I want to deal with here. Iran. Tightly controlled. We're going to keep an eye on Iran, North Korea. There's other ones, but we'll get into those later. So, what else? Housing. Let's work on housing next. Legislation. Establish a monthly rent allowance for low salaries. The allowances can be granted both to new owners and to tenants, and the amount of the allowance is based on household income. Enter amount. Let's go. Let's see here. Go up to 240. That's a cost in the millions. That's a drop in the bucket. Okay. What if we just did a cool 300? $378 million. That's not bad. That's a drop in the bucket for US. Yeah, we'll do that. And let's put this in a referendum. Housing crisis. 2023 housing. Housing reform. Okay, cool. So we're gonna add that. I'm gonna see a poll here. Of course the Republicans are against it. That's fine. Establish state aid for purchasing of property. Reduce rate incomes. Yeah, we're gonna leave that. That's fine. Yeah, I took a hit, 63%. Immigration, people don't like that. Regulate rent increases. That's gonna cost money. I'm gonna check, see if anybody's, what's that? Oh, yeah, they don't like that. Okay, so let's do like this one. Okay, that one's much better. Democrats like that. So we'll put that in the housing reform. Okay. So now the bill looks like it's gonna pass. So that's good. Reestablish state aid for purchase. Yeah, we're not gonna worry about that. So housing construction, poorly insulated. Rehabilitation of substandard housing. So let's do 1,000 houses. And number manpower. What's the most we could do? 30? Okay. Yeah. So let's get that done. Start working on dilapidated housing. Get the housing situation going here. Let's be ambitious. The illegal employment. Okay, so let's skip ahead here. So I took ahead a little bit, but not too bad. And you can see all the countries now that have accepted exchange programs that I did off camera. So we got Belgium, Brazil, Finland, Germany, Greece, Iceland, Ireland, Netherlands, New Zealand, Norway, Puerto Rico. We know they're a territory, which we're going to try and become a state, which I need to do. Spain, Sweden, Taiwan, and the Ukraine. And then we read that one and that one. So yeah, so we're doing pretty good here. Exchange programs, we're opening it up. Now we're back to 70. That's good. And Mama Biden's happy.
I have to tell you that I am filled with pride to be the mother of a leader who is so loved by the people. But don't forget what I used to tell you when you came home from school with a good grade. Being good isn't enough. You have to be the best.
Okay. Yeah, looks like we got a prime minister that wants to meet. So we'll do that. I want to look at taxation. Tobacco. Let's make this 42%. 2023 balanced budget. Budget reform. Budget reform. It's only millions. People don't like it. Congress does. Liquor tax. We're gonna bump this up 20 cents. Okay. Okay. Employer Social Security. Bump this up to like 17. Whoa. They don't like that. Okay. Okay, so how about that? Just a little bit. Nope, they still don't like that. Okay, we're gonna cancel that. We're not gonna worry about that. Tax on petroleum. That's at 55 cents. Well, 0.05. So let's do 75. People really hate that. Okay, let's bring it down a little bit. Whoops. Nope, they don't like that either. What the hell? Cancel. Oh, that's why. Because I took the 0 out. That's what I meant to do. I didn't mean to go that high. No wonder they were pissed off at me. People still hate it. Okay. We'll pick other ways. We'll get this figured out. Why is there a wine tax? That one's good. That one's like a drop in the bucket. People aren't gonna notice, so. Tax on industrial pollution. We're gonna raise this. We'll go up to 5. 7 billion. Whoa, they don't like that at all. Okay. Okay. Let's go 2. That's a little better. Okay. We're gonna use that on the Clean Air Act. We're gonna wait on that one. I'm actually gonna wait on that one because we can we'll do a Clean Air Act on that one. So now with that in mind, I want to check something. Tobacco tax. So what's the details on that one? So that one's gonna, okay. That's in the same one, right? 67%. Now, I wonder if I can add the cannabis one to that one. If I can get that passed. If I gotta do that separate. Nope, I'd have to do it separate. And it's no guarantee that's going to pass. Yeah, I kind of want to... I kind of really want... I wish people would go for this one. People are kind of... I'm going to wait because there's no guarantee it's going to pass. So we're going to wait on that one. Let's go ahead here. If I can get my likability in the 80s or 90s, then we'll go for it. Okay, so looks like we got... Whoa, shit. Glad I waited. Holy shit. There's people pissed off. Took a nosedive.
It would behoove me to provide you with a short summary of the various tactics of our infantry. Firstly, stealth. This is actually viable for all ground units, including armored vehicles. Our soldiers can move clandestinely, which will limit the risk of being shelled or intercepted. They will not take any principal road, and their progress will obviously be slower. Secondly, mines. Each infantry division now has engineering skills and can lay minefields or, conversely, demine an area. A unit that crosses an enemy minefield is subject to losses all through the mined area. Thirdly, fortifications. Our soldiers are trained and equipped to build anti-vehicle lines of defense.
Okay. Centers and walls. Yeah, we got that.
It must be conceded that there is a stalemate between the two armies. The conflict is likely to go on for some time.
Okay, so that's for the fight. All right, so we are gonna go here. That fight I mentioned was for Iran or Russia and Ukraine. Alliances. Hang on in the wrong spot here. I want to go here. Country. Propose the annexation of a dependency. We're going to annex Puerto Rico. See if they want it. Let's see who else we can do here, as long as I'm thinking about it. Marshall Islands, we can do them. We'll do the Marinara Islands too. And now, all right. So now what I want to do, one of my goals is to get this Greenland right here. They are a dependency of Denmark. And last playthrough we tried just outright offering them annexation, and Denmark agreed, but the people voted and they didn't want to do it. So other YouTubers I've seen attempt this have done it a different way. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go here to old Denmark, because they're a dependency of Denmark. So Greenland's a dependency. So what we're going to do is we're going to make life in Denmark so bad that people are going to, once the morale's so low, then we're going to sneak in and try to buy them. So we're going to go into here. Oh, cybersecurity. We need to cyber protection program. Yeah, we should do that too. I want gold. I want the good stuff. We got the money. Let's go ahead. Citizens aware. Yep. Alrighty. Launch your cyber attack to rig an election now. So we're gonna do a massive cyber attack. That's gonna cause some issues. View and launch conspiracy theories abroad. We don't have any conspiracy. Make a scandal related to the head of state public. Okay, so I got nothing there. Assign an agent 0. Oh, yeah, we should do this too. I kind of want to do Russia, but I think Iran would be a good one first. So let's send 001 to Iran. Consult secret files on heads of state. I don't think we have any. Nope, not yet. So now let's see what happens. Okay.
Duly noted. Copy that. We are going to start the process. It's worth mentioning that we do not have a spy network implanted in this country. A network that is often an indispensable channel for the success of this sort of operation.
Okay, good point. I didn't even think of that. Let's get that spy network. Manage networks. I have 10 available. So we could do that. Okay. Denmark. Oh, I went too far. Here we go. And then we're just gonna do cyber attack preparation and some manipulation of the media. Yeah, there we go. There we go. We're good. Okay. So I didn't even think of that before. That's a good duh. You know, I don't want to get ahead of myself. So he's right.
Our task force has coordinated with the PR firm to prepare for the campaign. It will start in 2 weeks. You have taken good initiative. It is indeed appropriate to anticipate and make our citizens ready to face the never-ending threat of cybercrime.
Yep.
Our best coders are working around the clock. They will be working closely with manufacturers and national operators. I will get back to you when the networks are undergoing beta testing.
Cool. A national shame, child protection. Yeah, we already got that. I love how she sends that just after I get the bill going. Agriculture, labor union. Yeah, they're not happy with me right now. All right.
The target is in position and under surveillance 20.
Okay, that's Alaska.
The target is in position.
Arkansas.
The target is in position.
South Dakota. Fight against inflation. Yep. Yeah, I know that. South Dakota governor. Okay, so all this has been red here. Got cleaned up.
We rocked it. I will keep you informed.
All right, we're just gonna keep our eye on Denmark and see how they.
1 week before the beginning of the festival, the hotels are full of bursting.
Okay, we'll go ahead.
Photographers and
Yep, we'll be there. So we're gonna keep our eye on Denmark. Estimated damage suffered in millions. Okay. Strained with the North Korea. Oh yeah. Okay. So they are aware of. We don't like them, which everybody knows we don't like. We don't like them. So hopefully we'll be hearing news on our offer to get Puerto Rico, the Marshall Islands, and the Marinara Islands statehoods. Hopefully we can get my popularity back up. I'm about to do some serious work. Hermione Wilson, Emma Watson supports us. You're welcome.
The bill has been voted on and the law has been passed.
Contraception awareness has been passed. That's good. We like that.
It hit hard. Transportation is paralyzed. Power stations are down. And authorities are helpless. It's a success all across the board.
That's good. We'll keep doing it.
many people are left in the streets. It is absolutely necessary to do something.
Yep, we're gonna worry about that. That's one thing I gotta look into is food and farming. Take a look at the budget real quick. Okay. Got a meeting here.
Good morning. I didn't come empty-handed. In fact, I wanted you to see in order
Macedonia. Macedonia. They want to sell me sheep. Why do you want to sell me sheep? Consumption. Yeah, we don't need no stinking sheep. I don't know what you're talking about here, dude. You get out of here, these dumb. Wait, what? Refuse my offer? Oh, Puerto Rico has refused. Relations between the two countries. Oh boy. You know what? It's probably because okay, the Marshall Islands has accepted my offer. Okay, so they've accepted. And the Marineras has accepted, but Puerto Rico for some reason does not want to. Huh. That's interesting. San Juan. Okay, so what we're going to do here. Secret Service. Diplomacy. Let's just give them some aid. Just for giggles. I don't know what their problem is, but what the heck. We'll give them some money. We'll come back to them. See if they like us later on. I guess I should have done that before I hit the big 20% drop on my popularity. What did you expect was going to happen? They will hold a referendum, North Marinara Islands. Same with the Marshall Islands. Infantry equipment, yep. Velocity weapons, yeah, we want to do that. It's been confirmed that certain nations possess the technology necessary to design and produce high velocity whip missiles. This new type of missile fired imagine being able to strike any target. I would strongly advise you to develop our research so we can produce them ourselves, at the very least buy them directly from the countries that produce them to quickly build our supply. Yep, that's not a bad idea. That is not a bad idea, because I believe Russia has high velocity weapons like that. Research. Matter sciences. Military. High velocity. Technology that has enabled you to begin research. Intercontinental missile silos, level 2. Oh. Hang on, I gotta get out of here for a minute. Hang on, I gotta get out of here. Okay. Intercontinental missiles. Get some high velocity missiles. Wait, what's that number say? 90,000, 600,000. Okay, let's change that. I mean, we got money. So let's do 80. Oh, it won't let me do that? Well, that's stupid. Oh, no agreement with your own country? Oh. Does Japan have some? Let's go Japan. Yeah, we can do some with Japan. See if they do that. That would be... Because they're an ally. I can also do... if they say no, let's do... let's work with the United Kingdom and maybe Canada. Be a good one. Immigration difficulties and accommodations.
The bill has been voted on and the law has been passed.
Street harassment has passed. That's good. I think we're gonna end things here in a minute. Step in the right direction. Yep. Is refused. The budget's too high for the Japanese treasury. Okay, I can fix that. Oh, total budget for both countries. Oh, I see. 90. Okay, yeah, that's too much. Okay, I can fix that. Alright, let's go back. Research. Japan. Let's do 30,000. 30 million. Oh. Oh, you know what? I know. I got this figured out. Okay, let's do 50 million. Oh, I can pick a thing here. Hang on. It's like, why is it not letting me choose? Okay. 30 million. See if they take that. I didn't realize I didn't do that right. It's like, wait a minute. 46%. I don't know why they don't like me. What is going on here? Agriculture. The judge, the budget is insufficient. Japan has been... Huh. Whatever. I'll figure it out. Yes.
The vote was held and the reform was adopted.
Budget reform passed. That's good. Got that up. So I think we're gonna call it good here. New space program for Russia. Yeah. Illegal immigrants. Yep, we're gonna take care of that.
Undeniably, you have inside you the founding.
I know why they're pissed, because I did the illegals and they're the ones that do farming. So yeah, that's probably what it is. That's what it is. I
The
guarantee.
vote was held and the reform was adopted.
Women's and Children's Act has been passed. So now we're back up 61. So that's good. So I think we're gonna end things here on that note. And I think in the next episode we'll start figuring out agriculture. We'll put some subsidies in, kind of give it a boost. And we'll check some of our intel, see if there's any intel that's come in. And deal with that.
On behalf of the children of your country, we thank you for contributing to the abolition of corporal punishment.
You're welcome.
I would like to talk to you about ground-to-ground artillery and self-propelled gun.
Yeah, we got that already.
The vote was held and the reform was adopted.
Housing reform was passed, so we're good now. So that is good. So let's see what else we got here before we hang it up. I think we have a few left. The use of referendums still needs to pass. That's coming up. Mass deportation. Yeah, it's already... Oh, it's going to be voted on. Yeah, that's going to get ugly. People are not going to be happy about that one. Let's go ahead and get through with that stuff. And then we'll call this video good. Suicide drones, that would be a good idea. Okay, here we go.
The vote was held and the reform was adopted.
Okay, so the People's Voice reform passed, so now people can vote on referendums. So if my likability gets high enough, I can get that marijuana bill to pass by the people. Then we can get it passed that way, which I think is going to be the option. Anti-tobacco. Okay, I think we got one more. Nope, we're good. We're all passed. So everything's cleared. The immigration is going to begin. People aren't going to be happy about that, but roads blocked. Yeah, I know, anti-immigration.
Your commitment to defending family values is a model for the whole of humanity.
Thank you. So we're going to go ahead and end things here.
The decree takes effect as of today.
Yep.
The decree takes effect as of today.
Okay, so we're gonna end things here. And next episode we'll deal with putting some money into some subsidies for food and the economy, and we'll start looking into energy independence too. We're gonna get some more independence on energy in the country, and I'll work some more on Denmark and getting them to look bad so we can eventually make an offer for Greenland. And then we'll also keep working on Puerto Rico, get relations with them better, and just work on my own so we can get it up high enough so we can try again. So if you like this episode, hit that like button, leave a comment if you like, subscribe to the channel. you'd like to help out with future projects or upgrades to the channel, please visit my Patreon at patreon.com/mntwins28, or you can drop something in the Cash App. You don't have to help, but any help is always greatly appreciated. Until next time, peace out.